beginning. Long before the world knew the name Albert Einstein, before the equations, before the fame, there was simply a young boy trying to understand where he belonged. He was born in 1879 in a small town in Germany. He wasn't loud, he wasn't fast, and he wasn't like the other children. In school, Albert struggled. He spoke slowly. He thought deeply. And because of that, many adults misunderstood him. Some teachers believed he would never amount to much. They called him slow. They called him distracted. They never imagined that this quiet child would one day change how humanity understands the universe. When Albert was 5, his father gave him a small brass compass. Most children saw a toy, but Albert saw a mystery. No matter how he turned it, the needle always pointed the same way. It moved without strings, without force, as if guided by something unseen. Night after night, he stared at the stars, filled with questions. Why do planets move? What is time? How does light travel? That tiny compass sparked a curiosity that never left him. It was the first time he realized that the world was full of invisible forces waiting to be understood. As Albert grew, school became a daily struggle. The lessons were repetitive, the memorization endless, and the other children seemed to grasp things effortlessly. He asked questions no one else dared to ask. Why must we follow the rules blindly? Why can't we explore the world differently? Teachers grew frustrated. They saw a boy who didn't conform, a mind that wandered when it should have been quiet and obedient. They called him slow. They called him distracted, but inside Albert's mind, ideas of space, time, and light were already beginning to take shape. As Albert grew older, his questions became deeper. He wasn't satisfied with simple answers. He wanted to understand how the universe truly worked. While other students memorized facts, Albert questioned reality itself. What is time? Does it move the same for everyone? Can space bend or stretch? Often he walked alone, lost in thought. In his mind he imagined clocks slowing down and light racing across the universe. These questions confused his teachers, but for Albert, curiosity was not a weakness. It was the beginning of discovery. By his early 20s, the world had mostly written Albert off. He had clashed with professors and struggled to find a place in the academic world. Unemployed and broke, he needed to support his young family. Many doors were closed, but he didn't give up. Eventually, he took a job at the Swiss Patent Office, a modest position far from the world of academia. At his cluttered desk, surrounded by technical drawings, Einstein began to let his mind roam freely, imagining questions about light, time, and the universe. In 1905, while working quietly at the Swiss Patent Office, Albert Einstein changed science forever. He had no laboratory and no special equipment, only a desk, scattered papers, and an extraordinary imagination. In his spare moments, he asked a bold question. What would happen if you could chase a beam of light? That single thought revealed a shocking truth. Time and space are not fixed. They bend, stretch, and change. In that one miraculous year, Einstein published ideas that reshaped reality itself. A young man once called slow had given birth to modern physics. While working at the patent office, Einstein often escaped into thought. His job was ordinary, but his imagination was not. He began asking a strange question. What would happen if you could chase a beam of light? As he imagined racing alongside it, the rules of time and space began to bend in his mind. This simple thought experiment planted the seed for ideas that would soon change physics forever. Einstein discovered that when you move close to the speed of light, time itself begins to slow down. For you, everything feels normal. But when you return, many years may have passed back on Earth. Space and mass are not fixed or rigid. They bend and stretch with energy, gravity, and motion. This powerful idea became the foundation of special relativity and transformed modern physics forever. The universe was no longer static. It was alive, connected, and constantly in motion. Einstein's ideas didn't just change science. They changed how humanity sees reality itself. From black holes to the expansion of the universe, his thoughts shaped everything we know about space and time. Even today, your smartphone relies on his equations to calculate time accurately through GPS. A boy once called slow proved that imagination is more powerful than memorization. Albert Einstein showed the world that curiosity, patience, and courage can reshape the universe. If this story inspired you, remember, curiosity can change the world. A small, quiet boy grew up to see the invisible threads of the universe. He showed us that being different is not a weakness. It is the gateway to greatness. Your ideas, your questions, your imagination, they can reshape reality just like Einstein's did. If this story inspired you, remember, curiosity can change the world. A small, quiet boy grew up to see the invisible threads of the universe. He showed us that being different is not a weakness. It is the gateway to greatness. Your ideas, your questions, your imagination, they can reshape reality just like Einstein's did.